Back in 1930, there was a group of people that came up from the Felicity Church of the Nazarene to start a church in Bethel, Ohio. They met in a house for a few years, and in 1935, they built this building. And if you look right up here, there's part of the rocks. It says 1935. This is when the building was built. We're starting a renovation this week, and there's a bunch of demo happening, and I'm going to show you guys some of what's happening. All right, here we are outside the front entrance of the church. I'm going to walk you guys through what Sunday's going to look like. You're still going to be able to come in the main front doors of the church. They're going to have this area cleaned up for us. We'll walk in there. Check this out. They have taken all the ceilings out. They're going to raise the ceiling in here and put all new 2x2 tiles and 2x2 lights. And yeah, it was a mess in here the last couple of days. If you look right here at the Cornerstone classroom, everybody with babies, this is where your babies are going to be for the next few weeks. This is going to be our nursery, temporary nursery, close to the sanctuary, easy and quick drop off of those babies there at the Cornerstone classroom right as you come in. The old nurseries are totally locked the next few days. Those walls are going to be coming down next week really quick. As you can see, they are working on those bathrooms as I speak. Those will not be available to us on Sunday. We'll have our temporary restroom trailer ready to go for you, though. So this whole area will be blocked off. I'll show you this hallway down here. This is the corner entrance with the stairs, and obviously it's not accessible, so you're going to have to come in the front entrance or the Water Street entrance, and we'll walk down that way. They have been kind enough to make sure that the Water Street entrance is going to be available to us. So I'm currently standing in the breezeway. Check this out. All the ceiling has been taken out. Look at this. The ramp is gone. Right over there in the corner, right here. That's where our new kids check-in is going to be, and it's also about out that window is where they're going to be building a little bit of an addition onto the church, and that's where the lift is going to be that will take you to the upper level or to the lower level of the old building. So this whole area is under construction, but these doors will be open and available for you to come in and out of on Sunday this week. This will not be accessible on Sunday. There's not a whole lot that you can tell has been happening in this part of the building, but this room behind me will eventually be like a safe space for parents and kids. If there's a kid that's having a rough day, they can hang out in this space right behind me. Down the hallway to the kids' chapel we go. This is where we're eventually going to have ceilings that will be raised up quite a bit. We're going to improve the platform for the kids. This space is going to be totally transformed. I'm really, really excited about this space. To my left will be a Sunday school classroom, totally renovated, and another Sunday school classroom in here. And then where Elaine's office and my office have been, these rooms will become the new nurseries. It's going to be awesome. I want to take you downstairs. Check out these old steps. I'm surprised somebody has not died on those steps. Knock on wood, I don't want that to happen anytime soon. But this has been our main entry to the basement, and it's just not great. So that's why we're getting a lift and a brand new set of stairs. So check this out. They took all the ceiling tiles out of here. As you can see, ceiling tiles are gone from each room, but this room behind me is going to be one big room combined with the room next to it. Where you see the door there, that's a stairwell that's leading down from the outside. That's actually where the new entry will be to the basement from a new set of stairs, and also the lift that'll bring you down to this level. And walking on down the hallway, We'll have a Sunday school room in this class, brand new ceilings, brand new floors, brand new paint, brand new lighting. It's going to be bright. It's going to be fun down here. The kids are going to love it. It's not going to feel anything like a basement. It's going to be great. Yeah, so that kind of gives you an idea of what's happening in the basement. They're just getting started. Now, as I walk back upstairs, you need to know that our main offices are now located across the street in Mod A, Modular A. If you're coming to the office for any reason, you will not be able to get in where Elaine's old office was. We are set up temporarily in Mod A across the street. All deliveries, everything will be over there in Mod A. So right across the street, you see Mod A right there, and that's where our offices will be. All the kids' activities, except for the babies, the nurseries will be there in the foyer close to the sanctuary, but all other kids' activities will be taking place across the street in the activity center. We're going to have it set up. We're going to partition off, I think, 3 separate classrooms over there, as well as a large area for the kids to worship in. The youth group will still meet in the youth room. All of the adult Sunday school classes will still meet in their adult Sunday school classes. Our cornerstone class will be meeting in the sanctuary. So somehow, some way, we have found a space for everybody. It's been a game of Tetris for sure. But something that you guys need to be aware of is that this is a construction zone. And if you're going to be in this building, there are some rules that you need to abide by. So, not for Sunday mornings, but during the week, if you try to wander around, somebody might stop you and check you because it's a construction zone and they want to keep everybody safe. So, a little bit more about that. This is Tim. Say hi, Tim.
Hello, church. How we doing, Bethel?
We've got some things we want to share with you from the construction perspective. Just really important information for the church to know over the next few months.
Okay, just a couple things. It's primarily about safety. So this is a construction site, which means it's not a safe place. There's many things on the floor. There's screws, there are nails, there are trip hazards. Please, anything you can do to keep the kids out of there. I don't want anybody hurt. If someone does feel the need to look around, try to keep it limited. Not group of efforts, but we want good shoes on, solid shoes. There are screws, there are nails or trip hazards. I want to avoid any possible injuries to stay out of the construction areas. If you can let me know, you stop by during the week, I'd be happy to give you a tour. I'll show you around and we'll do that. I got no problem doing that, but we want to keep it supervised to the point where nobody gets hurt. That's the goal.
Absolutely. And probably the best bet is just be watching these videos that I'm going to be making with all the updates and all the footage. Probably best not to wander throughout the building during construction. So thank you, Tim. And now for what we've all been waiting for, a tour of the temporary restrooms. And here we are for the restroom tour. I decided I couldn't give you the full tour because I'm a guy and there are men's and women's restrooms. So I'm going to hand the mic and the camera over to Pastor Laura so she can start us off with the ladies first.
Okay. Kyle, did you unlock it? All right. Well, check this out. First thing that you need to notice is that there are 2 ladies on the door there, and there's one here for the men. And then there's another urinal around the side, but let me show you around here. Let me see. All right. So the first one, you walk in, look, listen to the music. There's a toilet there. Nice sink, plenty of space for you to put all your toiletries if you need to. Let's see what else we got here. I mean, it's pretty spacious. Here's my favorite part. Kyle finally closed the door. Now we can really talk. On your toilet, and I'm sure Kyle will show this to you, there's not really a flusher. You have to step on the pedal. So if you've been camping, you probably know that. I don't camp. I didn't know that. They just taught me. So yeah, there's soap, there's paper towel, there's a nice mirror, plenty of space for you to move around. That is the first one. So I'm going to pass it off to Kyle and he can show you the men.
All right. One of the best things is when you get inside and you lock the door, you can see a light up there. Right there. That means it's occupied, so nobody's going to like barge in on you. So there is a men's restroom, looks just like the ladies, but there is also, check this out, for the men, a urinal only. We'll probably change the music, but this is some good old country here today. So yeah, similar. We've got a urinal, sink, air conditioning, running water. I mean, this is really nice. If you've got to be away from your normal bathrooms for a while, this is absolutely the way to do it. So just to wrap this up today, we're very, very, very excited about all that God is doing here at Bethel Church, the Nazarene. Our church and the people of our church have committed approximately $800,000 toward this project, and this project is going to cost a total of about $1.3 million. And you just never know how God will provide. And I just want to throw this out there that if you're watching this video and you have a passion for local church ministries and seeing them to be renovated and restored and thriving, and maybe you're especially passionate about churches in rural communities across the country, I just want to invite you, maybe you would want to jump in and give to this effort. And so we're going to leave a link in the description where you can click to give. But if you're interested in knowing more, please, please, please reach out. In fact, if any of you have any questions about the renovation, I would love to talk with you. If you have questions, if you have concerns, if there's some confusion, I would love, love, love to talk with you and explain what's going on. So we love you guys. We're just very, very, very excited about all that God is doing.